This house believes that the rise of technology decreases creativity. I would like to start my motion today with this sentence that I quote from Daniel G. Bernstein, an American historian at the University of Chicago. Technology is so much fun, but we can drown in our technology. The fog of information can drive out knowledge. The first line of his quote represents majority of us today. We are drowning and our creativity is dying silently as we are hugging ourselves too much to technology. Technology can be defined as a science or knowledge put into practical use to solve problems or invent useful tools, whereas creativity is defined as the tendency to generate or recognize ideas, alternatives, or possibilities that may be useful in solving problems, communicating with others, and entertaining ourselves and others. Combinations of these two aspects already create wonders since the electricity been introduced by Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Graham Bell with his telephone creations, and Charles Babbage with his effort arranging a table of numbers that bloomed into analytical engine that is known as computer today. The greatest technology to us today, and all will agree with this statement, is when internet emerged in early 1980s to the public. These are a few examples showing how technology appearance driven by human creativity. But we are debating right now by using this video call conference. We are actually testing the new sweetness of technology and carving off the experience of traveling and interacting face-to-face in traditional way of debating. Sweet things will always bring more harm than good if you ask any doctors. Based on what I mentioned just now, we as the affirmative side believe that technology decreases creativity is a statement that is bitter to taste and more deadlier than poison if we keep consuming it without control. Recently research study at Pennsylvania State University, psychologists Karen Gasper and Brianna Middlewood, July 2017, shows that boredom leads to more creativity. Based on these studies, a question appears: who can get bored with a device that offers worlds of music, games, instant answers, and endless connection to friends? This proves that our dependence on technology is not only decreases but actually killing our creativity as we are losing time to think. We are too busy with our technology today, make us less productive with creativity for the future. It believed in a study by Secure and Voy, individuals between 18 to 24 years old are the most nomophobic age group, with 77% feeling uncomfortable after being separated from their phones just for minutes. Nomophobic is the fear of being without or losing your mobile phone, based on our context, right referring to technology. Dear opposition team, to sum up with my point here, we need more people who will be able to think outside the box as we believe when we are using technology. We are actually doing things based on the box size provided to us. I believe people need to come up with ways of looking at problems and solving it, not solving the problem by fully assist from the technology. According to Richard Rande, psychologist and co-author of Rising Can Do Kids, published in 2015, the rise of technology already snatched the boredom in a human that actually makes the space to think and become more creative. Randy also says that when people get in the habit of finding ways to make their boredom go away, they will be training themselves in the critical thinking, problem solving, and innovation skills that they will need in the future. In Randy's book, the word people are referring to kids who going to become our future pillar. Thank you. Now, it is my turn to highlight why we as the government saying that technology decreases creativity. We humans might be slow, prone to making errors, and quick to tire, but humans still have the edge over technology when it comes to nuance and creativity. As for this matter, we as affirmative side believe that technology decreasing creativity happen when people have their heads in their phones, tablets, or laptops, like imaginative activities that help to promote creativity. Scientific study PNAS May 26, 2009 tells us that we need time to daydream as daydreaming boosts our creativity. If we are feeling any possible downtime with scrolling through devices, are we inhibiting that daydream time? Creativity is often referred to as a use it or lose it discipline. You might work in a creative job role, but even you could be strangling your creativity by being fastened to a device constantly. When I keep on mentioning daydreaming as my anchor point, I know some of you may ridicule it. But please bear in mind that human greatest inventor started with daydreaming. Individuals such as Leonardo da Vinci, visionary inventor, Thomas Edison, the book creator, Clement Adler, who invented the aeroplane, and Tim Berners-Lee, the man who connected the world with internet. Each and every one of these great individuals started their technology with their daydreaming activity without any disturbance of our so-called advanced technology that we have today. Thank you. Creativity is a difficult word to define. It can have a diversity of meanings, but in its essence, creativity refers to the act of creating something original, innovative, or unique through the use of imagination. Creativity is often viewed as being the opposite of functions or disciplines that require logic or are governed by fact. This isn't necessarily true, of course. However, it is widely believed that artistic fields require creativity, while scientific fields do not. People often think that creativity is messy and unpredictable, man-made by phenomenon, whereas science, mathematics, and machinery are bound by a concrete set of rules. This has led to people sharing in the fear that society's increased dependence on technology is decreasing creativity. For us, this declaration is 100% undeniable, as in a recent article entitled, "Is Technology Killing Creativity?" The writer states that often the crux of the argument that we are sacrificing original thought for keeping ourselves constantly entertained. The writer then goes on to state that if we can't find everything online somewhere, we don't give ourselves room to problem solve and innovate on our own. It is undoubtedly true that a majority of people use smartphones and the internet to fill the empty idea taken from somewhere else within seconds, and this proves as lack of originality. A person can access anything that they like online. There are some templates for everything that a person can access, including academic information, and the same is available over internet, making the process vulnerable to piracy and allegedly less creative. There is a decrease in creativity and web designing development in the recent years. The author has concluded that technology is killing creativity. Largely, it has become an open battle between technology versus man, where man can win depending on their imaginations if we are able to minimize the usage of technology to generate ideas. Creativity 1. The use of the imagination or original ideas, especially in the productions of an artistic work. Creativity 2. Creativity is a phenomenon whereby something new and somehow valuable is formed. Creativity 3. The state or quality of being creative. There are several definitions depending on the sources, but all of them agree with one thing: use of imaginations to create something new. For technology, the definitions is science or knowledge put into practical use to solve problems or invent useful tools. It can be argued that technology has led to the creations of many innovative brands and companies today. However, true creativity comes from outer world, not some inner virtual world. A walk through the misty forest, the sound of ocean waves, a conversation with a gentleman after an ensemble performance, the experience received from boarding a ship across the sea, the cryptic look a random woman had on her face when walking past her. If people today had the type of technology present centuries ago, true, fine creativity would be critically endangered. Is technology limiting creativity? It certainly is. People's inspirations now largely comes from others' online works. Plagiarism is higher than it ever was, and even examples of creative technology are losing their shine. The solutions? People must limit their time spent behind the screen and draw most of their inspiration from real-life experience. Noted scientist and thinker Albert Einstein has stressed that imagination is more important than knowledge. This is because knowledge is limited to what is known and understood, while imagination embraces the world and points to all there ever will be to know and understand. But technology has changed the way people approach everything from online sales to writing. Has technology changed us for the better or the worse when it comes to furthering the cause of the human imagination? There were times when people used to spend their time in creative activities with their family and friends. But today, whenever we are idle and feel bored, we just pick up our smartphone, laptop, or tablet and start playing games or enter in the fake world of social media. Computers and other such devices we given to us for making our life easier, but too much dependency on such devices has brought us to present alarming situation. Computers have been trained to paint pictures and compose music, but they have not yet mastered creative cognition, thinking divergently, going back and forth between conventional and unconventional thinking, making errors and deciding on the best, most useful response given a particular situation. On this level, creativity can be seen as intelligence that is emergent from serendipitous error. But this isn't how we program computers. We want them to be error-free. We feel technology is making us less creative as well as the intelligent. The amount we depend on technology today is unravelable, and this two-dimensional conundrum has to be weighted action as simple calculation has to be done by a calculator nowadays, not our mind. Also, although the fact technology has made our world connected and easier, but it has drastically reduced the power of our creativity. Instead of solving our problems, we are searching the solutions on the internet. We are becoming slaves to the technology. Also, we are more knowledgeable, but our ancestors are more intelligent and they had a lot more power of imagination than ours. Technology has made us more dumber. Our forefathers did not have access to technology, but they still discovered and invented a great tools. It is only because of their imagination and creativity. Instead of using technology more efficiently and effectively and having more positive effect on our lives, we are using it in totally opposite way. Technology is useful but dangerous monster. With that, thank you.